Hey everybody, what's up? All right, so I was asked if I could do a certain kind of tutorial. Let me move that back a little bit there. And I'm in a different room, and obviously I'm using the white backdrop. We have a whole photo studio here at my salon, so figured this might be a little bit nicer if I can get everything exactly lined up. And yeah, so I'm in that room, and I'm actually using natural sunlight. As you can see, I'll turn you guys around. Yes, so isn't that a beautiful view? I love my view from my salon, although we are moving in about a month and I'm gonna lose it. But anyways, I got a request. Somebody asked me if I could do a gold smoky eye tutorial. This is the picture that they posted in the comments. I couldn't find the exact one, but you can see it without the glare. There we go. So yeah, this is basically what I'm gonna be doing. Actually, I had to go out my new makeup, so I'm really excited. Put my mirror here. Well, actually, I'm gonna put it in front of my. So I'm working with a whole new little area here. And I just had a whole big, giant, enormous bowl of menudo, so I'm very full. For those of you who don't know what menudo is, it's a Mexican delicacy. Yeah, it's made from beef tripe. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you all a few minutes to catch up, and I'm setting myself up here, so I'm not running around like a maniac looking for things. But yes, I'm actually mainly gonna be using this as my mirror, because here's my mirror. That's a cool little effect. Okay, get all my brushes together here. This is why I have a hard time finding a brush, because I'm going through all of these right here. And this is like a third of my makeup brushes. And yep, more or less they are all Crown. I love Crown. I really do like their brushes, because I cannot afford MAC. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, why is that here? And then I will do eyelashes for you all. So yes, I have a couple different kinds of gold. I got a liquid cream gold, which I'll talk about, and I got an actual glitter gold, things like that. And so we'll see how we're gonna do it here. But let me go ahead and start with my primer. So I'm going ahead and I'm using my Photo Loving Primer from NYX. And no, I have not shaved. I'm very sorry. So I just don't want to. If that's a good reason right there, I really just don't want to. So I'm going through and just priming my skin. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and could have washed my face first, but I didn't. Shh, I didn't wash my face before I did my makeup. Always wash your face before you do your makeup. I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX primer. I'm going to go ahead and use my shimmery one, the Photo Primer ESB02, because they have two different white primers, which I really like, and one has a little bit of a glitter finish to it, and the other one is just completely white. And side by side, you can kind of tell them apart there. So I could have put them on the back of my hand too, but you know, things that make sense we don't usually do. So I'm looking at this picture. I'm going to show you guys again. You can clearly see this is the look we are going to do and recreate. I could not find my last video on the group. I don't know if it got deleted or anything, so I'm sorry whoever asked me to do this tutorial. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But I hope you do see this, and I'm pretty sure you will, because we should be friends on Facebook. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start priming my eyes. And so let me set this up just in case. But let me go ahead and try using. Now, I always start with my eyes before I ever do my foundation. Why? Because anything that should fall, we can clean it up later. Okay, the phone is my mirror isn't that hard. So I'm placing everything. You can do this with your fingers. Sometimes I do. just because it makes life easier. All right, so going through, priming my eyes, and I am primed. Cool. Okay, so it looks like the first thing first, let's go ahead and do the crease and the outer color. So let's see, what brush do I want for that? Going to need a blending brush. This isn't a cut crease, so it shouldn't be too extreme. Okay, digging for here it is, my medium impact brush. All right, let's pick a palette. That's the other hard part when it comes to me. So I have this one. Let's take a look at the colors. Now, what I'm thinking is because that gold is very metallic-y and very glittery, I think it kind of complements it a little bit more when you use matte shades along with the glitter, just because you don't end up looking like a Las Vegas showgirl. And makeup is fun and glitter is cute, but at the same time, we are not drag queens and we are not, we are not going to perform on stage in front of millions of people. We are just going out to the club and getting drunk, and yeah. Or we're going to work, or I shouldn't say we're just going to the club and getting drunk, you know, that's what I do. That's what I do, you know. I'm not all painted up. That'd be a sight. One of these days, I'm going to do a tutorial on myself where I actually turn myself into a drag queen, because I think it'd be really funny. I've actually never seen myself as one, so that'll be very different. Okay. Well, I'm going to need these palettes anyway. Let's pick... Oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use... Not this one. This one, my matte palette. Now, I will admit, this one is not a crown palette. I'm actually not 100% sure who even makes it or where I even got it from. But, yeah, it has no markings on it, but I really like it. It's just completely matte shades. So let's go ahead and let's start with that good crease. I'm going to take an angled brush. Let me move all this stuff out of my way so I don't have to go digging for it later. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take the brown. And I'm going to go ahead and just above my crease, draw this in. And when I get in here, I'm blending into the actual crease. Now remember, we're going to go through with the cream and clean that up anyway. So my whole philosophy when doing makeup is kind of want to go through and then clean. I kind of slap it on and clean it up later. It's probably not the best way of doing everything, but it works. And now above that, I'm going to go ahead and take the lightest color on my palette here, which is pretty much a flesh color. And I want to go just above where I put that brown. And there we go. So now, I'm not going to blend it yet. I want to take another color, and I'm going to take this rose color here, this pink. And on my lid, I'm just going to impact it on there. And starting about the halfway point. And when I say impact, I'm just pressing, not blending. Hey, Keeney. So I am just pressing on there. And now I'm going to take my big fluffy brush, and blend, 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 blend. Like my favorite words. My mom likes to make fun of me when I do that. So we are blending. Girls, if you guys are just tuning in, let me show you what we're doing. I had a request for a specific look. And we are doing a smoky gold. This is it right here. So this is the look I am recreating today. So with my brown and putting my red back up in there. So I just want to add a little bit more impact on that one. You can see where I'm at right now. And now for the center, I actually there's couple ways you can do this. You can do this with a loose glitter. I just went out and bought these two brand new cream glitters. I have this one here, which is a cream shadow, and you can actually place the glitter over that. And then great, I lost it. So what happens when you move spots that you normally work out of. Let's see here. I thought I had it right out in front of me. But who knows because here it is. Wet n Wild has these little cream glitters. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out and see how well that works. But for those of you who missed what I've already done, let's go ahead and do that side. Now I'm taking my palette, my matte one here. And I am basically going through and right above my crease, just drawing a line and into my actual crease. Now, this is my first time using my phone as a mirror, so bear with me. And now I'm taking just a rounder brush, and now I'm taking my red on here, or my pink, mauve, whatever you want to call it, and I'm impacting it onto my lid. Now, I started with the metallic primer, which was by NYX. And now when I say I'm impacting it, and if I repeat myself a lot, just for people that are just tuning in, I am not blending. I am literally pressing the shadow onto my lid and going from about the halfway point. And I remember the way I do makeup is I go through, I make a mess, and then I clean it up because I am human. And now fluffy brush and blend. Oh, I forgot to do the top part. Ah, look at me. With the same brush, I'm taking the lightest color on my palette, and I am using the other side. And right up in here, doing my highlight. So yes, and I'm using, like I said, NYX makes 2 white primers, and I really like them. This is their metallic one. So I will post this video, and you can go back through and watch it. So let's just get that one back on there. Now, why am I not worried about that pink that I just put on this brush bothering it? Because I turned it over. See that? And since I'm not blending, I'm just pressing. I don't have to worry about them mixing up together. Now, blend, 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 blend. Okay, so we are blending. And just because I want a little more impact right up on the crease, a little bit more drama just above it. And it's such a strong blended look. So here's where we're at right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and try with a small heavy impact brush. When I say small heavy impact, it's got a tighter bristle. If I could show you here, if I could find one. Here we go. This is a tighter bristle. It's very thin. And this way I can actually, it's better for creams, things like that. Actually, this one's a little tighter, or is it? They're exactly the same. Let me see if I have one even better. Here we go, this one's even better. This one has a little bit, it's not as long, so it's a little bit more firmer and bristle, so they're better for creams and thought you. Hey, Donna. This one up here, well, yeah, Taylor, I want that piercing so bad. Did it hurt? I gotta remember to repeat the questions because when I post this on YouTube, they make no sense when I'm just talking. I got it when I was 18. I'm 35 now. That's how much it hurt. It took 6 months to heal, and I'm never taking it out. And the worst was like I forget I have it and like answer the phone and bam. Yeah, that was the worst. So okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put the gold into. So like I'm gonna show you the picture one more time of what I'm doing. We are recreating this picture. This was by request from one of my viewers. So how to do this. So this is where we're creating. So I've so far gotten all the colors. Let's get some gold up on here. So I'm going to try this cream. Why can't I get this damn thing to open? Oh, security sensors. Thanks. I am a hairdresser and I'm at the salon. And my God, they really keep you from stealing this 99-cent shadow, don't they? Okay. This has more stickers on it than a freaking DVD. Okay. So this is by Wet n Wild. It's a cream. I'm going to try it. I've never tried these before. And I've been very... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. It actually has glitter. It's glitter all the way through. Oh, my. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so already I want to do a product shout out for these Wet n Wild glitters. They're 99 cents at if you live in Texas, HEB. If you live up north, A&P, or I don't know if A&P has them, but in the I bought them at a grocery store. And these have a lot of more there are creams, but yes, that is really, really pretty. Yeah, okay. Now, do they crease? That's our other question. But for the price they are, if they crease, that's okay. And I just opened my eye, and apparently, no, they do not. Now, you can put regular glitter on top of this. It's actually sticky enough. So, yeah, we're gonna let that one dry. We're gonna go and do this to the other side, and I'm gonna just add a little bit more impact of pigment. So, yeah, this is the glitter I'm using. I just bought it today. It's for 99 cents. It's a cream glitter, but I'm actually quite impressed with it. Okay, so, and I am blending it in there. I was not expecting it to be so pigmented. And remember, if you get a little down here, it's why I do foundation second. Or, yeah, after I do my eyes, because, you know, and especially when you are using things like glitter, definitely do your foundation second, because glitter gets everywhere. So, all right, so we got that going on in there. That actually looks really freaking cool. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a good red. Do I have a good matte red? I don't think I do. Let's see here. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and do another iridescent, even though I'm contradicting what I said earlier about, you know, if you're using glitter, kind of stick with matte shadows because you don't want to look like a Las Vegas showgirl. But I'm going to go ahead and use this metallic. It's Infallible by L'Oreal, Paris. And it has a little presser. It comes with a little presser, so you can keep pressing these down. So I'm assuming they're very loose. Just like my ex, they're very loose. Oh, Jamie, where do you have your salon? My salon is in San Antonio, Texas. Actually, I'm not the owner of the salon. I'm an employee here. It's Indulgence's Hair and Body Salon here in San Antonio. I've been doing hair about 15 years, and I've been doing makeup about 20 years. So now at this point, I'm actually taking my new Infallible Red and just kind of cleaning up this little area. Okay, and one more time. Because I'm very much about just kind of slapping it on and cleaning it up. So I'm actually wishing, because I have an event coming up, that masquerade, that vampire Valentine's Day X masquerade, because I work for one of the haunted houses here. Oh, Jamie, are you in San Antonio? Or anywhere near the surrounding area? Hey, Victor. Who likes to make fun of tutorials? No, I'm just kidding, Victor. So going through and then just kind of re-impacting the color a little bit. Oh, you really aren't far. Okay. Well, you should add me as a friend. I love having new friends. So I'm just going through with my crease color again and just kind of making sure the lines are clean. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. With my big fluffy brush again. And I'm actually quite amazed. That glitter is pretty much more or less staying in place. It's not really too much coming off of my blending brush, so. And it looks really nice. Now, I probably should have put like I'm going to go ahead and do this because I probably should have done it because I'm looking at it and it's very sheer. And in the picture, there's a lot more pigment behind it. So I'm going to take my new 24-hour tattoo by Maybelline New York. Yeah, that's a lot better. Actually, I'm placing it over the glitter and And now blend, 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 blend. And blend, 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 blend. So there we go. How do you do this for hooded lids? Every time I do a cut crease, it disappears when I open my eyes, and all my hard work vanishes. Okay, there's a trick, Donna, for hooded eyelids, very similar to how I do my lids, because my eyes kind of recess. Now, what you want to do is the very first thing when you get is make sure you have good brows. If you don't have good brows, you basically, I'll do a whole tutorial on how to do brows. But anyways, is a good wax always helps, and actually really helps with mine. The one thing, hey, my cousin Ashley is watching. Hi, Ashley. Anyways, the one thing is basically you don't want to ever place dark colors in your crease. Very similar to my eyes. When there's no makeup on my eyes, you actually can see there's nothing in there. My eyes have very much a recess, so it's the same basic principle. Same basic principle. You basically take the eyeshadow, the darkest color, and you go above your crease onto the brow bone. And then when you get into this point right here, you blend that crease color into your crease. So you're creating that illusion that your crease is up here, not in your actual crease, because what you're doing when you're placing that dark color in there is you're making it look a lot more recessed, and more droopy. So instead, take lighter colors in there. And when you do your cut crease, if you see my cut crease tutorial, draw it on there with an angled brush, blend it in upward motions, and then take a cream shadow on the eyelid and clean it up. Easiest way to do it, or you can do it with an eyelash curler if you've seen that trick before. So far with the eyeshadows, and like I said, I'm going to go back through and show the picture again of what we are trying to create. If I can open that up. So we are copying this look. Sorry for the reflection, everybody, but yeah, I'm in a whole new room, and I'm actually using actual sunlight, and I can actually... Wow, that's really nice. Cool. Okay, anyways, I'll show you, yeah, this is my view. That's my everyday view from my salon, and I absolutely love it. It's really nice, because sometimes in that field, deer run through and everything, and it's cool to see all that. So, all right, now I'm getting off track, because that's really easy for me to do. I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes, and the way I always line them is we are going to stand with our feet shoulder length apart, or if you're sitting down at your vanity, because that's the new thing, you're going to grab your hand, grab your lid, and lift. And then you are just going to halfway cross draw underneath your lashes. And it's going to tickle like hell, and make sure you're using a water-resistant eyeliner. And see how much more fuller my lashes look now? And it's not dramatic liner, it just gives a fullness to the lashes. Oh, well, England is still lovely on its own, too. Yes, well, that view and cold, lovely. That's the one thing. I did live in New England. I grew up there for a very long time, Donna, and it was always cold. I hated it. So, you can clearly see what we did there. Now, one more time, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to lift slightly. We're not doing this. We are just lightly lifting, and in that water line. And it does tickle, but after a while it gets easier and easier. And start from the middle of your eye, and you work your way out. And here's a cool trick. You close it real tight. You line the bottom. So, and it doesn't run. Make sure. Now I'm using Ebony by MAC. I love their eyeliners. I really love them a lot. And now if you do want to make this look a little bit more dramatic, which I want to kind of point that one out, you can go through onto the crease and with your little pointer brush and lightly with a black kind of go through, and then if you want it more dramatic, you go into the club or anything like that, you know. But it creates that more smile. And, you know, don't worry about this not being perfectly angled and having to use the tape and everything like that. Because when you go through with your foundation, just clean it up. It's easy. It's why I do it the way I do it. So, yes, this one has the black on it. This one's with the browns. It was 99 cents. So, now, Now let's go ahead and just, if you want to do false lashes, go right ahead and false lashes all you want. I'm not going to do that. Actually, I probably should just because I'm sure people in here want to learn how to put them on. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a pair of lashes. I've already cut and sized these. And basically, when you take lashes first out of the box, this is actually, since I've already taken these off, I'm going to show you. You want to take your lashes and with your thumbs, push down slowly on each end. Once you have them off, you want to take your lashes and you want to wrap it around your finger. Why? Because that creates that smile line that your eye naturally has. So, we're wrapping it around our finger and it's creating more of that smile shape. So now we can have an easier time adhering it to your eyelashes. Now, I personally do not use tweezers because I never learned that way, but if you're used to tweezers, go right ahead. Now, I don't use eyelash glue. I use bonding glue, which you can get at Sally's. It's the same exact stuff. It's just a little bit thicker, and I feel like it holds better. So, and it dries faster. So that's why I can actually apply this with my finger. It comes in black and it comes in clear. It's your own personal preference. It's the same glue they use to do hair extensions with. But yeah, I've been using it on my eyes forever. People tell you it's not made for your eyes. A lot of things aren't made for your eyes that we use on our eyes anyway. I'm not going to say this is safe. I'm not going to say it's not safe. It's just, it's what I use. It's what I do. And for me, it works. Yes, and I've actually done this on doctors. They never said they have had any problems. And I've been doing this for quite some time to people. So now I'm going to take, and it takes a little bit of this glue. This is a lot. This should last you a long, long time if you're not wearing lashes every day. And you basically just take a little bit of glue, and on the case, just put some. And if you want to actually size them and cut them if you need to, I already have done that. And now just kind of touch, 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 touch. You don't need too much. Just make sure you have a good saturation on them. And now if somebody is putting these on you, just don't let them blow on them. Doing this to dry that glue, do this, because then they're spitting all that stuff up on your lashes, and then they're going to touch you with them. So that's kind of crazy. Now, you do want to mascara your eyes first. I personally always do, just because I think it's easier. And now remember, I'm doing this on the phone, first time using the mirror, my phone as a mirror. That is not my eye. All right, so getting that one to behave. Here we go. Yeah, I've done the tweezer thing. It doesn't help. Not on me personally. I know other people can do it that way. It's just for me, this is easier in some very strange way, which technically it really shouldn't be. So again, just dab, 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 dab. Get that glue on there really good. A nice thin layer of glue. Doesn't have to be all thick and, And like I said, this glue does dry faster, so you might need to put some more on your case, on the case, before applying. I'm putting them on myself. I can blow on them. Okay, so. It was a little off. Using the real mirror might be easier. And it was. To me, I find it easier to keep looking down the whole time. And now this I call eyelash poop. There we go. And then separate the eye in case anything got stuck up on there. Okay. All right, so we got our eye going on. So, oh, I didn't, like, remember I said, if you want to get this more dramatic, take a little bit of black and put it in there. And these are all matte shades except for that red that I used on the corner of the eye. Okay. So, and then mascara. Well, they're usually mascara beforehand, but... Now, has anybody tried that trick where they put the lashes underneath? All right, so now that we are at this point, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and powder in my brows. And I always just do powder on my brows because I have very full ones. You know, I don't need to draw them on crazy. And I'm using my Ardell palette. I actually really like this palette for Ardell. Oh, that's a cool idea. I use a toothpick sometimes, actually. To apply my glue, but I like that idea with the lip liner trick. So I'm going to go ahead and, now this is how you do your brows. You basically draw a line underneath them, and then when you get to this point, just fill in the bottom. Same thing, and then when you get to the top, draw another line, and then when you get to the where your eye arches, and now don't add any more pigment, but just fill everything in. So you get that kind of like nothing here look. I don't understand what that little look's about, but hey, if that's what's in right now, I'm not going to hate on it. It's not a bad look. It's just a little different to me. So, and then you can go through and just, you know, if you have any cleanups, highlight under there if you really need to. Makeup, because, yeah, you make a mess, you just wipe it off. But, yeah, there you go. Easy as that. Super easy. All right, one more time. Line underneath the brows. Line on top of the brows till we get to the arch. One swoop on the arch, and then fill everything in. Blend, 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 blend. Now, if you have full brows like I do, you can definitely just use like a clear brow mascaras, the tinted ones. Those work really, really good. I'm actually a big fan of those. And my brow does not stick out that far. Okay. And now just clean up a little bit underneath with my highlighter. Okay. So now I just want to add a little bit more smokiness to the bottom. So I'm going to thicken this line down here in the water line. One more time in the water line. And this is the same black. It's the exact same black. And now I want to just take a little bit of that brown shadow that I used with a very fine brush, which is a very, very fine brush. So now I haven't done the bottom of my eyes yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take my eye primer, the same one I used for my lids. And like I said, this one is a shimmery one. And notice how I'm blending it. Down, 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 down. All the way across. Down, 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 down. And this is the eye primer by NYX. This is their They have two different eye primer, white ones, which I really love, and one is shimmery, the other one's completely matte. Obviously, this is the shimmery one. And I did put this down as my eyeshadow base prior to applying everything else. So we got that on there. Let's go ahead and start our foundation. Okay, so put dot there, dot here, dot here, dot here, and I go very light with the foundation, and of course I use my hands. I'm not the makeup police. I don't care what you use. Use brushes, use sponges, use your fingers. Very careful around the brows because, of course, they're already done. Our eyes are done, but see how we can easily clean anything up and create that easily winged effect right in here by and not having to use tape or a business card or, you know, playing card. Very easy, very simple. So now that we've done that part, let's go ahead and finish up underneath the eye. I'm going to just take that brush again and make sure everything is just spread. And it's just that brown that I had on up here. And I already got that highlight with that gold that fell down here, which I'm really liking. And I just wanted to clean that area up. And it's the same brush I did the gold with earlier. So just to make sure it's a little bit brighter and just the same amount of glitter on both sides. And now let's go ahead and line the top of our eyes. I'm going to go ahead and use I'm going to go ahead and use my Mirabella eyeliner. I'm sorry if I get quiet for this, but I have to concentrate. And they tell you not to stretch your eyes because it'll cause wrinkles, but if it honestly makes your life easier, do it. Every time I'm doing a tutorial, he calls. There we go. And now remember, this is a liquid, so you can still go through with a brush and create it to look like you did it the right way the first time. There we go. We smooth out those lines, and now, ta-da! There we go. One more time. Sorry, this is a weird angle from this table. Okay, is everyone done texting me now? All right. Okay, so one more time. Oh, I just knocked off my lash. Now, if that happens, this is where you can use a toothpick and place a little bit of glue back on that little piece of the lash. Since I don't have a toothpick, I'm going to use my angled lining brush. And if you need to get this glue off of your brushes, Dawn, look up my name and look up my brush cleaning tutorial. It'll actually get latex off of your brushes. There we go. Well, good night, Donna. Thank you for watching. I know it's later in England. Okay, so we just brushed our glue back on. Give it a second to dry, and we've solved the problem. Just in case you're having that problem over here too. I'm already with the stuff on my brush. You can do this with Duo Glue. I just find this a lot easier with the bonding glue because it is thicker. And it's the same stuff. It's just thicker. Literally, that's it. It's thicker. Thank you so much. Everybody's loving my hair. So now I'm going to go through. I'm a hairdresser. Been doing hair for 15 years. This foundation was actually it was by the Artistry Company. And it's sheer. I diluted it with a little bit of moisturizer. So now let's go through and draw on my eyeliner. Now I will say doing one fluid motion is easier. Okay, and then our angled brush. And smooth out those lines. Smooth out the lines. Keeping our wing. There we go. Oof. I kind of hold my breath every time I do this. I have no clue why. Okay, so now let's go through and we're gonna do our contour and everything else. And yes, okay, oof. That is hard. Okay, once I get that done, I'm like, I can breathe now. Because, well, with product, I use this hairspray called Pump It Up Gold. It is, best way I can explain it, you can get it at Sally's. It's actually a very low-cost product. Pump It Up Gold is basically, you know those black women that get those updos that last like 3 to 4 days? This is the same hairspray they use. Like, it doesn't move, literally. And like, I used to own a convertible, so I needed something that would hold through that. And that's where this hairspray kind of came from. Anyhow, so, okay, now I'm grabbing my contour palette. I've already applied my foundation. And let's see. With I'm going to go and just use a foundation brush. You can use your fingers, you can do whatever. I'm going to take my lightest color. And underneath the eyes, one more time. Notice how I'm applying it all the way here. From the inner bridge of the nose, down, all the way to the temple. And now, starting from the top of the head all the way down the bridge of the nose. Now here, we are going one out this way. And I'm using creams, your preference at this point. And right around the brows. I don't. Mine's already a cream palette. It's by Crown. I really, really like their makeup. This is my powder one. This is my cream one. Yeah, I use a lot of their eyeshadows. All the eyeshadows I use for Crown, except for the glitters. But no, I do use a little bit of a water primer when I do go to blend them. And then right along the jawline. And now let's start using our dark colors. Okay, so I'm going to go with the darkest color on my palette. I'm going to go ahead. So now you all saw where I highlighted. Eyes, the nose, in here. And then, okay, so now I'm going to go from the top of the ear to about where the eye starts with my darker color. Top of the ear, eye starts. It's easier if you start doing it with the darker colors than going and fill in everything else in between. I'm kind of did the opposite today. This is easier to think up. Top of the ear to middle of the eye. There we go. Top of the ear, middle of the eye, and smile. Smile. Now, if you have really chubby cheeks, do not smile it. Straight down. Just straight contour. But yes, if you don't, just add a little smile there. Now, top of the head. Pretty much think about it like this. A line here. 3 lines. You can honestly blend them if you want to, just because you're going to do it anyway. Now, and then think up here, from the temple to the end of the brow. Temple, end of the brow. Dot, 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 temple, end of the brow. From top of the ear to where the eye, to the middle of the eye. Top of the ear, middle of the eye. Got that one? Now, again, go from the back of the ear, underneath the jawline, to where the mouth starts. Underneath the jawline to where the mouth starts. One more time. Underneath the ear, under the jawline, to where the mouth starts. And this is with our darker color. Okay, so now I'm going to take a smaller brush. That one's too. Grab this one here, and this is almost the same concept. It's just small, it has a little bit more of an impact. With my darker color, let's do our nose. You're going to think about doing from the inner ear down the bridge and a triangle, because we're angulating out our noses. You can go all the way under, it's just depending on your nose shape. So, inside, turn, triangle. Got that? One more time, and now smile line under the bridge and on the back of each nostril. Now, if you have laugh lines, do not put any dark contour in this area. What you can do is go around the lips. My 5 o'clock shadow probably isn't helping. There we go. And just the corners, not in here. Now, depending on the kind of contouring you are doing, you can do another little frown line right in here. Think of a frown. And you're not connecting anything. For some reason, it's going to connect it when you blend it, but for some reason, you don't connect it now. I don't make up the makeup rules. I don't think anybody does. Okay, so at this point, my water-loving primer. Spray the French toast out of your face. You can use your beauty blender, you can use a sponge, you can use whatever, a blending brush if you really want to. This is all personal preference at this point. I lost my beauty blender. Okay, I lost my beauty blender, so I gotta sit there and do it with this damn thing. Oh, I hate using this damn thing. But yes, buff, 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 buff. And granted, there is benefits to using this little blending brush as opposed to the sponge. Now, granted, Pump It Up Gold from Sally's. I know I'm being asked about it right now. Got to read the question out loud. It always looks weird when I put it up on YouTube and I'm answering questions. I'll get there. I'm focusing. Yes, it is not your everyday hairspray. It is massive hard hold, like super massive hard hold. Like it is stronger than Gorilla Glue, Ice Spiker. Okay, so and okay, so now you can see I have a little smuts. There we go. This side is blended. This side is not. So it's pretty much like basic contouring 101. I have one hair that's like out of spot. Okay. One more time. Now nobody look at my grays. I haven't done my roots. You can't see them from here when I get real close, like right there. That's all gray. I have a skunk stripe. It's like Rogue from X-Men. I've been tempting to let it grow out, but then at the same time, that would have been cool when I was 20. Okay, so I am buffing. Now, I am a bigger fan of the Beauty Blender, because I feel like I get this done a lot faster. Buff, 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 buff. Yeah, it doesn't really have the same effect as blend, 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 blend. Okay, finally. All right, so I'm fully contoured. Now, for those who like to double contour, feel like they always need more contouring. I don't know why. You can take a palette here, and now, depending on how you like to contour, this is my easiest way of doing cheek contouring. Take your contour palette and take a fluffy brush. This one's a little bit of an angled. Take your whatever color you want to contour with, and then think about doing the giant E on your face, big E. It's a Smashbox. The primer that I used, yes, it was Smashbox, Water Loving Primer. And yes, see, and this one is my contouring palette from Crown. And just a big E. And a very simple, easy contour. Right there, no more, no less. And now you don't need blush. So, one more time. And under the jawline. And just blend, 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 blend. So, blend, blend, blend. All right, Sarah, you got it? Now you can clearly see all of that. Oh, thank you, Angelica, my dimple. Yeah, I only have one. It's weird. And there we go. Really quick, really easy, and it's almost like you're setting powder at the same time, too. If you want more powder on top of that, I don't know where you're going, where you need so much powder and so much crazy makeup, but yeah. So, and now whatever lip you want to do that you think matches this, however you want to do that, that's all up to you. I'm going to go with just a quick gloss over my lips, because I feel like, something with too much oomph is going to just kind of be too much. Now, say you are in a rush. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lip thing. But now you can clearly see. And you can do this with bronzer, that last powdering. But yeah, you have enough of a highlight. You can use a highlighter, but obviously I did it underneath my foundation with the primer. And that primer filled in any fine lines and anything I have under my eyes, which is a really good thing about that. Okay. So for those of you who has not seen my lip trick before, I'm going to take a powder. It could be the same powder you set your foundation with, translucent powder, pressed powder, anything. I had actually somebody tell me they would do this with blush. And I think that is very clever. But I'm going to go ahead and powder out my lip. I'm going to take a lip balm. This one's by Burt's Beeswax. It's tinted. And the powder basically just helps whatever lipstick you use to adhere. And so I'm going to go ahead and take I want a really good pink. I'm going to take this one. It's called Dusty Rose. This is brand new. Now I'm going to fill in my lips. And fill in all four corners. And now, where's my lip palette? This is my lip palette. Now let's see, I'm gonna take like this corally color over here. It's a lip brush. Taking this coral color here. reline. And what something you can really do too is probably like a good purple or a violet, and that'll really make this pop if you really want super dramatic lips. But like I said, we are not drag queens, we are not showgirls. If we're going really dramatic with the eyes, let's go soft with our lips. Let's not go crazy with the blush. Let's not have our eyebrows up here like this. You know, it's weird. And yes, makeup, there is a whole art form to doing it, and I can appreciate that. But sometimes when you look like Crayola is your makeup line, you're taking it too far. So now that we've done that part, we want to take a piece of toilet paper, tissue, whatever, and if it's 2-ply, separate the 2-plies. Now take this part and put it over your lips. You're going to repowder your sponge or your brush, however you want to do that. So I did separate this, right? Yes, that was separated. Now that we've powdered, we're going to reapply. And what that basically did was just lock in our lipstick. Same way. So it has a thinner veil so the powder can go onto the lips, because you do want the powder to actually hit your lips, but you don't want it to really like dry them out. Does that make sense? It's almost like similar to using a wet primer and then a powder shadow on top, and then you create it to stick. So we're doing the opposite. We're using a powder base and then a wet pigment, and we're causing that to stick. So we refill. Fill in our corners. Take our lipstick again. Same, I'm using that coral one. And because I just bought the stuff, we're going to use this gloss. Shine Shot by Maybelline. Okay, and this is my gloss, and that's pretty much, that locks everything in. And what's good about separating the 2-plies is because you do want to take up any excess, obviously it's going to pick up any excess lipstick that is on the lips, but it's not going to remove everything. Does that make sense? And then when you powder it, it sets it. So we're getting rid of what we don't want, and then setting what we need to leave. All right, so now Shine Shot. Wow, I like this. And now we want to take an angled brush to keep our lipstick from bleeding. We don't need to be spending $300. Well, there's no $300 like lip pencil to keep your lipstick from smearing. And you can do this with a sponge too. I'm just going to take an angled brush, take that same powder, could be translucent, could be, don't do this with blush. And we're cleaning up any smudges, creating perfect lines, plus we're keeping that lipstick from bleeding. And there we go. We have a look. So you pretty much get the technique. You can still blush if you really want to. I feel like you don't need it. I almost feel like I need to blend a little bit more on the eyes if I can find my blending brush. Now that my hair is... There we go. Now it's looking prettier. I forgot I never blended that black I put in there. And there we go. Cool. So, more or less, I hope I nailed it. This is the look we were recreating. Try and get that to open. So yes, hope I nailed that. That was the look we were pretty much recreating, how to create yourself. Kind of went over it. Hope you all liked the tutorial. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, or feel free to send me a Facebook request to see whenever I'm putting a tutorial on here. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, so if you need to go back through and just recatch anything that I said or anything like that, I'm going to post it to this group. Thank you guys for all the love, everybody for watching this video. I really appreciate all the positive comments I've been getting from everything. Yes, if you're in the San Antonio area, need your hair or makeup done, definitely come look me up. But yes, if you want to send me your friend request on Facebook, I love having new friends. And same thing, I do have a page on Facebook too, which is more of a hair page, but you're welcome to like it. So, and yes, like I said, that glue that I use, so easy. There was no pain, no muss, no fuss on how to get those lashes off. So, you see the makeup without the lashes there. And you can get 6 uses out of your eyelashes. So don't let one of those stores tell you, like, yeah, it's one-time use only. Because it really isn't. Oh, this lip balm tastes good. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy this tutorial. Yes, let me